Avengers Infinity War is the 19th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it is the one we've all been waiting for. Since the Avengers assembled 6 years ago, we saw in that mid-credit scene that Thanos, this intergalactic supervillain hell-bent on world domination and destruction, was headed Earth's way on his mission to collect all the Infinity Stones to complete his ultimate mission. And, well, duh, we knew that our ultimate good guys were gonna come and try and save the day, right? This movie is finally here. We knew it's all been leading to this, but we didn't know how this exactly would play out. Would it all be leading to some big old crap fest or what? This movie is definitely a movie and not a film, but it certainly does not disappoint. So, I don't really know what to talk about. Like, I try to stay spoiler-free, and I even watched other, like, very specifically spoiler-free videos before seeing this, and yeah, I mean, everyone was like, what can I say? That's all spoilers, and I love that Disney keeps such a tight wraps on this stuff, because really, the only movies I find myself really blown away by are movies that I go in blind, that I don't actually see anything about, because otherwise everything's completely spoiled. This film, I really had no idea. I had some expectations, and I had some theories and some predictions, but I was just completely no. Infinity War is doing its own thing, and it is going to end up leaving your jaw on the floor, unless, of course, it's spoiled to you by some stupid asshole. Don't check out the spoiler reviews. Go see it first, which I don't know who isn't seeing this. I think this has got to be one of the biggest, if not biggest, at least since The Force Awakens, just major event films. I mean, we've had a lot of big superhero movies. The Avengers was big, but this is bigger than big. We've not seen anything on a scale like this before. It's unprecedented. And it can be exhausting at times. All of these different characters and all of these different situations. It's a lot going on. I even found myself yawning during a very thrilling sequence and was like, I shouldn't be, but like, I'm so tired from this movie. I've been to space and back. Like, there's so much going on. I saw a guy in front of me fall asleep, but it is so jam-packed with awesomeness. Our characters don't have, obviously, as much time on their own features to shine, but I think with the little snippets they're given, we see some of the coolest stuff, some of the coolest Spider-Man action, some of the greatest Thor stuff. There is some really great, awesome use of our characters' talents on display in this film, and that's really what we're here for. Civil War was cool because there was that sort of dynamic, between our Avengers divided, but we want to see our superheroes use these powers to do awesome things and kick serious ass, and there are a lot of different good fights and action scenes in this film. Of course, the whole thing is fights and action scenes. The humor is played a lot better than normal, I have to say. I normally criticize a lot of these movies because I think they just feel like too bubblegum family friendly. They feel really PG with like math deaths on explosions, and that's like, okay, it's kind of like, it could be more adult, please. This film is certainly the darkest of them all, but the humor actually works as levity throughout when we really need it. And the Guardians are better than ever. I like the way they're played in this more than I do in both of their features. After this, I'm like, I get why that everyone loves the Guardians so much, more than me, because here, they're really cool and they're really well used. Again, it is definitely the darkest, and things happen that, I mean, you just kind of have to go in expecting anything, just let it be what it is. Thanos is, without a doubt, the best villain that we've had, and quite possibly, almost, I think, my favorite villain. He's the one that I can think of that is a true supervillain. He is some, I don't fucking know, alien creature, some purple CGI mess that's just totally hellbent on wiping out people, just committing genocide across the universe in a way to restore balance. That's, of course, his Mad Men idea, which normally, that's what our supervillains want to do. The way he's played out and the way that he acts, and Josh Brolin does a, good job here, of course. He's going to be dominating our Marvel movie month of May villain circuit, and he does a great job here. He's truly imposing. When Thanos enters a scene, You're not just like, oh, there's the bad guy. You're wondering who he's gonna kill. It's very serious, this one. And I like that it really truly added stakes. Because, I think Civil War is probably my favorite of these films so far. It was a bit disappointing to me that no one died. I mean, I didn't need anyone to die, but you think there would at least be one death out of the result of this war for the characters to go, see what happens when we fight, we gotta stick together. And it just felt to me, again, like too bubblegummy, like, oh, isn't this cute and sweet? Infinity War lets you know right off the bat that we are in a different movie, unlike most of the Marvel movies that they've made before this. And I think it's all the better for that. It is pretty overcrowded, it's pretty jam-packed. Again, we only have so much time to be able to play with all of these different characters, so they really only get so much time to shine, but I think what they're given is just about perfect. I do not love the fact that there's really no story here. However, I do have to give our writers credit for being able to take on this huge task of bringing all of these different characters and environments and powers and things together and how to use them all properly together. And what's great is that we probably have the best team-ups and groups of superheroes at different places in this film. I really like the way the dynamics played out between them. I thought it was about as good as you could do. I think they really did the best they could while trying to make this wrap up within 2.5 hours while also being super badass. So yeah, a bit light on actual plot and storytelling. However, we've had enough movies before this to let us know that Thanos is coming, and all we really need is just plenty of crazy action. However, I think that all of our superheroes do have enough different side plots going on that overall it comes together in a genuinely awesome way. This is one of the greatest, biggest, coolest movie events in my life so far, and I had an absolute blast with this one. While it is, yeah, darker, it's certainly still a whole lot of fun, just like any other Marvel movie, and I think that this is the perfect launch for the summer movie season. So bring it on. I gotta see this again. I have not been able to stop thinking about this movie all day. I'm just like, I have to go again. And then MoviePass added this stupid-ass update where you can't see the same movie more than once, so fuck MoviePass now. But I'm gotta go tomorrow. I think I'm gonna have to see this again. I gotta get this out of my brain. Just this movie absolutely floored me. However, I do have to say, while without trying to hint at anything, the way we delve into different elements in this one, I have a feeling a lot of the things that are going to disappoint people are going to become undone. I think they're going to kind of take it back to the, bubblegumish sort of movies that just are sort of fun and family-friendly and don't go this dark. I think a lot of things are just sort of going to be swept under the rug, and we're just sort of going to move forward. I'm really interested. I'm really interested to see how it plays out. But obviously, without really getting into spoilers, we really can't talk so much. But hey, I've gone over 8 minutes anyway, so clearly that's plenty enough, right? Avengers Infinity War gets a 3.5 out of 5 for me. It is an absolute blast of an action film. It's certainly not perfect, but for such a big and amazing task that this was, I think that the Russo brothers and the writers did an amazing job with this. I loved it. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think people are going to definitely be seeing this more than once, although it might be a little hard to sit through more than once. I'm looking to find out myself. Now, what did you guys think of Infinity War? What were your thoughts? What were your opening night experiences? Did you have an interesting time? I have one hell of a story, but I'm not going to tell you because I don't think anyone gives a shit. But I had a really ridiculous night at the movies last night, and you guys let me know if you had fun. I love when just movies bring people out together, and you are sort of end up finding yourself comfortable being stuck arm in arm in a theater with people because you're all there to experience this at the same time. You're all just there for this thing, and I love the power of movies. And you know what? You would think at this point they would have played this out, but after Infinity War, you're like, yep, Phase 4, what's going on? Let's bring it. What's happening? If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching.